like to speak at this time? Mr. Yagong? Mr. Yagong?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I think it's very important that I make this statement, and that is, I think the state of Hawaii got it right when they approved the medical marijuana laws. I've been on the council since 1996. It took some education on my part to really come to that conclusion. And as I educated myself more and more about the issue, and I think even more importantly, talking to actual individuals that utilize marijuana for medicinal purposes, you came to the realization that if you have a legitimate reason to use medical marijuana, and that is prescribed by a doctor, and that it could improve your quality of life, or certainly improve the way that you deal with your ailment, I don't see how we can deny that. And I think the state got it right, amongst other states throughout the United States that also voted for allowing for the medical use of marijuana. I will tell you that I wasn't brought up as a person to judge other people. I do believe in the rights of people to choose, and I do believe in the rights of people to do what they want to do in the privacy of their own home. And I don't judge people on that. I don't utilize or use marijuana. I'm very casual. Maybe have a glass of wine, maybe during New Year's. So I certainly don't have the experience of a person that utilizes as whether it be recreational or medicinal purpose. But I do believe what people do in the privacy of their own home and what they choose to do is their business. The question that I have for myself as I pondered this particular issue, because it does come down to a personal view on the issue. I'm ready to say that I am, all for the protection of those that utilize marijuana for medicinal purposes, and I will do everything I can to make sure that that right is preserved in the state of Hawaii because it is protected by law. And I will do everything that I can to make sure that those people that are medical marijuana users, legitimate users, have that protection from the law. The thing that I don't know if I'm ready for, and I tell you, I've really searched my heart on this because I believe in personal choice, that if I do vote to pass this resolution, and yes, I know it's to continue the discussion in the state legislature, but it is certainly sending out a message as far as how you feel personally as a legislator. If I do vote for this, the question that I pose to myself is, if we were to decriminalize this, is am I ready to say that it is okay for someone or people to be at a kid's soccer game and light up a doobie? Is it okay for someone to be in a parking lot of KTA or other businesses and being it okay to light up a joint? Is it okay to be outside of a restaurant, where there is children? I don't know, personally, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready to say that, decriminalization not only would allow people to do it outside of the privacy of their home, but also in the general public as well. And as a person, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But one thing I do know that I'm ready for, and although there was some attempt by my colleague, Mr. Hoffman, who actually really stole some of the words right out of my mouth. In fact, the discussions that we've had with my staff on this particular issue. As a elected official, although my personal feelings in regards to decriminalization and not being personally ready to accept it to be utilized in public view, if the people of this county told me otherwise, then irregardless of my personal feelings, not only would I accept that, but I would uphold that. So I think it is not only a good idea, but I think it's something that needs to be done to bring it forward to the people. Quite frankly, I don't know what. It's funny how you hear both sides of the issue, and both sides always say that the silent majority, or majority of the people, feel that we should support decriminalization, and the other side says the majority of the people do not support. Well, it's obvious that no one really knows until you actually put it to the ballot. So I hope that the county clerk can find a way that we can put language together that would allow for that participatory from the people. And there's one more thing I guess I wanted to add. I guess that I personally was not ready for. If you come to my house, I have a two-story house, and I look over, a very nice view. I don't know if I was ready to be able to look out into my view and then and see Pakalolo plants, my neighbor's property. I don't know, because many of you folks know that I'm very involved with the Honoka'a High School and Honoka'a High School athletics. If you come to my house in the afternoon, you will find my house loaded with children, loaded with kids. People come to my house because, number one, I'm involved with the school. Number two, my son is also involved in athletics. And number three, we live in close proximity to the school, so it's a safe haven for kids. Sometimes I'll have 13 to 20 people sleeping over at my house, all kids. This issue came up, and we talked about this with some of the kids at my house, all good kids. And they asked me what this issue was all about, and we talked about it. And I asked them, what do they think? And they said a pretty strange thing. They said, well, if you think it's okay, then as far as I'm concerned, it's okay to smoke marijuana. That kind of floored me, guys. I gotta be honest with you. Because I think there's a lot of trust that these kids, put in me and the community. And I'm just not ready to give that message to the kids unless I'm being told by the electorate of this island. With that, I yield.